Hey, Sarah. Long time no see. I never would have thought that I'd be seeing you again. It's already been 2 years since I took Jay away from you, huh? Time really flies by, am I right?
No, it's been 5 years since you took him from me, and I never thought that I would see you again either.
5 years? Wow. I guess it's true that time feels faster when you're having fun. Were you finally able to escape homelessness in those 5 years? Or are you still living a miserable life as a homeless person? I saw you walking alone in the city at night. Were you trash diving to see if there was any food that you could eat?
Quit making fun of me. You took my husband from me and kicked me out of my own house. And yes, I was homeless at one point. But I got back on my feet all on my own. Now I have a proper job and I make enough to live a decent life.
What? That's so impressive. I never would have thought that a useless housewife like you would be of any use to anyone. Good for you, honey. Congratulations on escaping homelessness. What kind of work do you do right now? Oh, and tell me where you live.
Why the hell would I tell anything to the woman who took everything from me?
Don't be so cold. You don't have to say it like that. We were classmates back in high school after all, and pretty good friends too.
You're nothing near my friend anymore. You stole your own friend's husband away from her. And in the end, you made her homeless. Not a day has passed where I didn't think about getting revenge on you.
You're still mad after 5 years? Seriously? You really could be the bigger person here and forgive me after that many years.
I would never forgive you.
Wait a minute. You're still in love with Jay, aren't you? That's hilarious. You're still in love with the guy who threw you away for your friend all those years ago? I mean, I guess that's kind of cute. Well, I'm sorry to disappoint you, but he's still deeply in love with me. We went out and had a nice dinner to celebrate our 5th anniversary together just today.
That's great. You two are acting like you're just a normal married couple, huh? That's funny because you two couldn't get further from normal.
What's so wrong with celebrating our anniversary? He made a reservation and took me to a restaurant that just earned a Michelin star a while ago. I think it cost him $400 for each of us. I mean, not that I expected any less from my sweet little business owner. Congratulations on not being homeless anymore. But you're still never gonna get to eat at a place like that for the rest of your life.
Shut up. You should really worry about yourself more than me. Because there will be consequences for taking away someone else's happiness like the way you did. Don't think that you're just going to get to live this life forever.
How about you shut up? You're just a stepping stool to me. Your ex-husband will continue to make me the happiest girl on earth. And there's nothing that you can do about it. Bye-bye, Miss Homeless.
Hey, Sarah. Who would have thought that I'd be seeing you again? You looked healthier than I expected you to be.
What did the two of you want from me? I don't have the time to be wasting on you right now. I am begging you, just leave me alone.
We finally met again. Loosen up a bit. Or are you that busy with work? I heard from Crystal, but you finally found a job, huh?
Yep.
So, does that mean you're not homeless anymore?
Yes, I got back on my feet from nothing, and I'm living a good life. And I don't intend on letting the people who ruined it to come back. So please, just leave me alone.
You know what? I'm gonna visit the store that you work at.
What? Why the hell would you come to the store that I work at?
I mean, you were walking around near midnight in the city, so I'd assume that you're a prostitute, aren't you? That's the only place I'd imagine a housewife without a house would be qualified for.
It looks like you haven't fixed your condescending personality yet. No, I don't work in any sort of job like that, and I never have.
I mean, you can lie all you want, but the only person that you're fooling is yourself. Come to think of it, the only good thing about you was that you had a pretty face. So on second thought, I think a prostitute or stripper is the perfect job for you. If you let me go to your store, I'll buy you a few drinks.
I'd rather die of thirst than drink something you buy for me. And if you have the money to spend on girls, then I suggest that you save that up and pay me compensation.
Compensation? For what?
Don't act like you don't know. The day that we got divorced, you basically forced me out of my own house. I got home from grocery shopping and Crystal was there. And before I could even say anything, you made me sign the divorce paper. After that, you shoved me out of the door along with a duffel bag. Since you've been avoiding me since then, I still haven't received my half of our family's assets or compensation for your cheating.
So what? All the savings that we had as a couple was money that I had made on my own. Why the hell would you be able to take half of that away from me?
What?
And even the cheating isn't my fault. It's on you for letting the cheating happen, so it's your fault. I have no idea what makes you think that I should be paying you any money.
I don't care whether you have no idea why. I have the right to that money, and you're gonna give it to me.
I love your confidence! Well then, good luck accomplishing that. Even though it's far past the time limit that you had to ask for that money.
What do you mean by time limit?
Didn't you know? You have a certain time limit to ask for those legal fees. Since it's already been 5 years since we got divorced, you don't have the right to that money anymore.
What?
You're just as stupid as you were the day that I left you. You haven't changed a single bit. The way that your only good trait is your face, but your brain is the size of a pea, that's why you get thrown away by guys like me.
But...
I mean, it used to be annoying, but now I find your idiocy to be kind of cute. It's like talking to a dog. Crystal's better than you in so many ways, including the way that she's super sharp. She always knows what I need, and what she needs to do. But she's been getting full of herself lately, and it's starting to annoy me. So I've decided that I'll give you some of the attention that you were desperately craving from me.
What?
I'm saying that I'll be your customer and pay you a bit extra. You know, I could even make you my girlfriend if you want. Aren't you glad that you'll be able to date the love of your life, while simultaneously making good money?
I don't have time to be messing around with you right now. I've learned to have enough self-worth to distance myself from trashy people like you. And, as a matter of fact, I'd appreciate it if you never show your face to me again. Goodbye.
Sarah, I just came up with the best idea ever. Why don't I just ask Jay to hire you so you could work for him?
What?
Well, I heard from him that you're working as a prostitute now. But that job is anything but sustainable. I'm sure your employers are going to fire you as soon as you get too old for the job. If you keep a job like that, then you're gonna go back to being homeless again before you even know it. So I'll ask Jay if he can hire you at the company that he owns.
Look, I'm not a prostitute, and neither do I have any intention of working for you people. I don't want to associate myself to you in any way, so stop getting ahead of yourselves.
Sarah, I know that it's embarrassing to say that you're only qualified to be a prostitute. But we're friends after all, aren't we? There's no judgment whatsoever, even if you're making money by getting paid by miserable old men.
I'm not a prostitute!
You know, I wholeheartedly recommend that you just become honest to yourself and own it. That way, Jay will be able to hire you to be his maid. And you can do all of the cleaning and cooking that he needs for $15 an hour? What do you say? Isn't it much better than what you have to do right now?
A maid? Seriously? I wouldn't take the job even if you paid me $100 per hour.
Don't be like that. Just take a deep breath and really think about it. You and I both know that you'll go back to being homeless if you put your pride first and keep your current job. You won't find people who are kind enough to lend you a hand like this in a million years. This is a one-time offer.
Work for Jay or go homeless. Wait, so does this mean that you haven't heard anything from Jay?
Heard what?
That his company is about to go out of business at any moment? I'm surprised that he still has the choice to hire me at a time like that.
Wait, what do you mean his company is about to go out of business? That's impossible. His company is going amazingly, and I would even go as far as to say that it's at its best since Jay started it. I'm sure that he'll continue to expand it until we're too rich to spend all of the money that we make.
No matter how well the business is performing, if the police get a permit and step into your house, you're done. And I heard that they're going to do exactly that at any moment, so are you sure you should be bothering me right now?
The police? I don't know what you're talking about. Why would the police get a permit to search our house? And it's impossible for a company that's doing so well to go out of business. You're just trying to speak bad things into reality to feel better about yourself.
If the police are going out of their way to search your house, then that means that you've done something very illegal. I'm sure you were too busy enjoying your luxurious life to realize, though. Jay did something very illegal in order to make money. And now, thanks to him, his company is on the verge of going out of business.
You keep saying he did something illegal. What exactly is it that you think he did? Jay is an innocent man who worked hard to get where he is right now.
Yeah, that's what he says he is. But behind that facade is a man who was buying confidential information from his clients to make his business work. Thanks to that, his business grew to a scale that it never would have reached without illegal activity. I heard it's called insider dealing.
Insider dealing? Well, there's no proof that he was doing such a thing. I'm sure this is all a trap that was set up by someone who was jealous of his success. Someone lied to the police.
I'm sure that the police of our nation aren't dumb enough to believe it if it was a lie. And they have all of the proof that they need. Because even if you're speaking in a private room at a restaurant, everyone's going to hear what you're talking about if you're shouting like the way Jay was. And I, the owner, heard every single word, loud and clear. Every single vowel of his confession to carrying out illegal activity to make his business work.
Wait, what do you mean, owner?
I'm the owner. You know, the restaurant that you and Jay went to on your anniversary. Also, the restaurant that Jay was using to have illegal meetings with clients. I own that restaurant.
What? You own that place? Wait, so you started your own restaurant?
Yep, and I was lucky enough to grow it into a pretty popular one too. But who would have thought that I'd be lucky enough to see all of this play out?
Wait, just hold on a minute. I don't understand. How were you able to go from a homeless person to a restaurant owner? You didn't have any money or skills. It doesn't make any sense that you're the owner of a popular restaurant like that place.
It makes perfect sense to me. All I did was start from scratch and take the right steps in the right direction. Regardless of whether you have any money, experience, or fame, you can accomplish things if you try hard enough.
This makes no sense.
When I was still homeless, the others who were sleeping at the park cheered me on. They taught me that no one can stop you when you have nothing to lose. And that really stuck with me. I told myself over and over again that the only direction to go from here is up. So I saved up money and worked really hard until I was finally able to open my dream restaurant.
And now you're this successful? What kind of a miracle is that? This makes no sense. Besides, you weren't there on the day that I went to that restaurant.
Yeah, I had a meeting on that day about the management, so I left a trusted employee in charge. And then, when I was heading back there, I stumbled upon the two of you after your anniversary dinner.
Really?
Yep. So thank you for coming over and dining with us. We hope to never see you again. The two of you are banned from my restaurant for life, so never show your filthy faces again.
You little snitch! I heard everything from Crystal!
Huh? Maybe I did call the cops on you. Maybe I didn't.
You little... How could you do this to me? Thanks to your big mouth, my company is done for! My whole life is done for because of you!
That's not true at all. Even if you lose your company, you still have a lovely wife and a roof over your head. You're in a much better situation than when I had neither of those things.
Damn it!
Do you even have the time to be texting me right now? I heard a rumor that it isn't just insider dealing that you're being accused of right now. Apparently there have been several reports of bribery.
What?
Just so you know, those reports aren't coming from me. I've never seen you at a scene where there was bribery going on. But since there have been multiple reports, I guess you've been making lots of enemies.
You've got to be kidding me. Who's doing this to me? My company was just taking off. It's going out of business now? And I might get arrested?
What can I say? That's life. But I guess God decided that you deserved to have a taste of your own medicine. I hope you really acknowledge what you did and take responsibility for it.
Sarah, I need you to answer. I don't know what to do anymore. Are the police arresting me, too? The police came to our house yesterday, and they just took Jay away with them.
I heard. I saw some articles on news outlets online. And there were multiple confessions from previous employees in the comments section. Things like, they never paid me for overtime work, and they didn't pay me for my paid leave with some sorry excuse. The whole internet community is your enemy now.
But I'm not a part of that in any way. I'm just Jay's wife, and that's it. I knew nothing about what was going on in his work life. I have no responsibility for this in any way.
You can tell that to the police, Crystal. But I'm sure that they'll need to hear from you since you're an important witness.
Hey, do you think I can still get divorced from him? I don't want to be a part of this whole thing anymore. I just want to leave.
What?
I mean, his company is about to go out of business, right? Then we're gonna have to let go of our house, right? Not just the house, they'll probably take our savings and everything we own. Then I want to get divorced and not be a part of all of this. They're going to take me away next if I don't leave now.
Don't be like that. You're his wife. He was a great husband who would celebrate your anniversary every year, wasn't he? Then I think you should support him through this as a wife.
That's all possible given that he isn't a convicted felon. If he's in prison, then how am I supposed to keep on living? I don't have money or a house or a job. I never thought that this would happen.
I mean, I could hire you at my place if you want.
What?
Yeah, I'll hire you and you can work at my restaurant until Jay does his time in prison and comes back. I can only pay you minimum wage, but I give 3 meals to all of my employees. I think you'll be able to keep going for a few years.
Are you joking? You're telling me to work for you?
Yeah, mainly cleaning, like the dishes and the bathrooms. Oh, and also as my personal servant. My legs are literally numb after standing up all day. So, maybe you can give me foot rubs at the end of the day.
How dare you? Who would ever do such things for you? You're basically telling me to be your slave. I have enough shame to refuse to do such jobs.
Wow, that was my final offer to save you. But you lost this chance. So I guess the only other job option that you have is a prostitute or something.
What?
Yep, I mean, you have no house, money, or skills, right? Jay said so. There's only a certain type of store that would hire a woman like that.
But I would never do such a thing. I'm the wife of a business owner. I was eating $400 dinners. How could I end up as a prostitute? I will not allow that to happen.
Then I guess you'll have to suck it up and live as a homeless person. I can tell you the park that I was staying at while I was homeless if you want. Oh, but the nice homeless people who helped me out aren't there anymore, so you'll have to get out of there alone. Everyone works at my restaurant now.
What? Really?
Of course. They're the reason that I was able to open the place in the first place. I invited them over for dinner on the opening day. And they all told me that they were inspired to get their lives together. So I thought they would make good workers. And they turned out to be exactly what I expected. They're now my trusted colleagues who basically made our restaurant into what it is now.
Oh.
But I guess people who are that kind wouldn't accept you as a coworker. They know that you're the reason I became homeless in the first place anyway. Sorry, I think I'm gonna take back the offer. Well then, I'll see you never, Crystal. Since you went through the hassle of stealing my husband from me, take good care of him. After that, I happened to spot Crystal sleeping at the park nearby. Apparently, she was almost arrested too, but was released when the police found out that she had nothing to do with the incident. Either way, she'd lost everything, including her house. But her pride got in the way of her asking for help from her friends. So now she's living quietly as a homeless person. I saw in the news that Jay wasn't getting out of prison anytime soon, so I hope Crystal makes it through. Anyway, it's another day of running my amazing restaurant with my amazing colleagues for me.